Ladies and gentlemen and boys and girls, this is Shin and you're watching Cafeshow TV. So it's been a long time, guys. I've been quite busy. And there was Cafeshow last month. I run our booth with decent Espresso users. Fill out coffee, and there was the specialty. A lot of people visited our booth. Thank you so much, really appreciate that. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm going to show you the demo that I've done at the Cafeshow. So stay tuned. Let's get started. So this is the Decent Espresso, and this is D1 XL version 1.1 model, and we are releasing version 1.3 model in the next year, maybe January, hopefully. This one is tabletop model, and you can do the countersunk like this. Yes, our machine can make coffee like the other espresso machines. If you go to flush and just start, it just makes coffee. It's like the other normal traditional machines. You can use it like that, but that's... With our machine, you can set the profile of your shot. So if you go to setting, the first time when you see this, it's really complicated. There is a graph and there's a lot of things that you can set. So it's really complicated for the newbies. So we give a lot of presets right here. So you can tap here, then you can see a lot of presets like this, right? And this is also complicated because there is a lot. You have no idea what to start with. We have like explanation on here, so you can just read it and pick one. But the very first profile that we suggest you to use is this one. This is called Gentle and Sweet. This one is quite slow shot with low pressure and also not too high temperature, so you don't fail at your very first shot with Decent Espresso machine. So I'll just explain about this profile. So at the Preinfusion step, what Preinfusion is, before the coffee comes out of this filter basket, there's space in here in the basket. So after this basket fills up with water, then the coffee starts to come out from here. So during the pre-infusion, it fills up the space. But our espresso machine sends the pressure and temperature on here, basically in here. Amazing, right? So there is no pressure during pre-infusion because the space hasn't filled up, so water can just go in. So after the space fills up, when water pushes the space, the pressure starts to rise. Right? Simple. So you cannot control pressure on here. You can only control the flow rate. The flow rate is the amount of water per second. So it meant to give 4 milliliters in 1 second, right? The maximum flow rate is 8 milliliters per second. This is what Llama Zoko or like Rock'n machine does nowadays. Like normal, regular, traditional machines, especially with the HX boilers, they give around 13 to 15, even 15 milliliters per second of flow rate. It's too fast. Kind of high-end machines nowadays make their machine with 8 milliliters flow rate. Our machine can do that, but during the pre-infusion step, we lower the flow rate. We wet the puck slowly. The benefit of wetting the puck slowly is we can wet the puck evenly. So if water goes through like fast, the puck, especially inside the puck, couldn't get wet. But if you lower the pre-infusion, then water gives like slowly and gently, so it can wet the puck like more evenly before it starts to give coffee from here. But if it's too slow, then the total extraction time is gonna be too long. So we set the flow rate in pre-infusion step at 4. It's just middle of the 8 milliliters per second to 0. And here is the 20 seconds and 4 bar. And that means after 20 seconds, it goes to the next step. Or the pressure hits 4 bar, it goes to the next step. So after the space filled up, we call it head space. the space filled up, the pressure starts to rise, right? And when the pressure hits 4 bar, even if it didn't hit 20 seconds,
It goes to the next step.
so for example, if it hits like 4 bar in 10 seconds, it just goes to the next step, even if it didn't hit like 20 seconds. Or if it hit 20 seconds, even if it's just lower than 4 bar, it just goes to the next step. Which comes first is gonna be the standard. Okay. So next step is rise and hold. So in the stage, the coffee comes out and you can set the pressure now, right? Because there is pressure, so you can control the pressure on here. So this means you just hold the pressure at 6 bar for 15 seconds. To keep the pressure, the flow rate changes automatically. How amazing is it? So after 15 seconds, it goes to the next stage, which is called decline. For 30 seconds, it gradually lowers the pressure to 3 bar. And here you stop at weight. This scale is also connected to the tablet. When the scale says 36 gram, slightly lower than 36 gram, it stops the shot automatically. And then there is a temperature, so you can change the temperature in 0.5 degrees Celsius. I just want to set 88.5 degrees Celsius. I don't think it's default though. If you like tweak or change the profile, then you can see the star icon on here. You just tap on here, it's saved, and the star icon is gone. Let's make a shot with this profile. Okay. So portafilter in. So here's the shot started, and if you see the graph, green one is pressure, blue one is flow rate, and the orange brown one is the coffee into the cup, and the red one is the temperature. And if you tap the chart on here, then you can zoom in. So here's the bigger size of the blue graph, green graph, and the orange brown graph, and there is the red one also can be zoomed in. And if you want to see the bigger and bigger graph, then you can tap on here, and if you want to zoom out, then tap the lower part of the chart, and if you tap in the middle, then you can go back to the smaller chart. So now it's in pre-infusion step. There is no pressure. Pressure is at 0, but there is flow rate at 4 bar. Pressure starts to rise, and when it hits 4 bar, even if it's not 20 seconds, it just goes to the next step. Now it's hold step. So pressure holds at 6 bar, and there is temperature. It's nice and even, and flow rate changes automatically. And after 15 seconds, it goes to the next step, but it already stopped automatically because the shot hit 36 grams. Here's the coffee that I just made. After you make a shot, you're gonna taste it. Then you can just tweak the profile to make the taste better. So on here, maybe I higher the temperature like this, 90 degrees Celsius. But you can change everything on here. So you can just like longer the time or higher the pressure, lower the pressure. On here as well, you can set the pre-infusion finishing pressure or time as well. You can give the more flow rate on here as well, and you can lower the stop at weight. As you could see, the decline step was barely in there. If I shorten the rise and hold, there is gonna be like longer decline step. Make it like this, and then hit here to save it, and okay. Then I just make another shot with this profile. Here comes the second shot, and then I'll just press start. So here's the pre-infusion. It's the same pre-infusion, and rise and hold is the same pressure, 6 bar, and it holds a 6 bar for 10 seconds, and went to the decline step. The pressure gradually declined. When you make espresso, you can see the extraction gets faster and faster. If I set the 6 bar to the finish, the flow rate would be like this. It just goes up. Thanks to the decline step, the flow rate goes up but holds on here. You can see the temperature drops at first as soon as they start the shot, because the temperature of the ground coffee bean is room temperature. So when the hot water meets the room temperature of coffee ground, the temperature drops, but the machine gives like hotter water to get the temperature at the setting, and then keeps the temperature. In traditional machines case, the temperature drop at first like this, but it gives just the same temperature of water, so it gets longer time to get the boiler temperature, and the boiler temperature is only the temperature that you can see on the machine. So the temperature stability of Descent espresso machine is, I may be able to say, it's the world best.
Thank you for watching, guys. I'll be back with part 2 video, and peace out.